Hi folks, are altcoins gone? Are they finished for this cycle? Are they in a complete bear market, all said, all done now? Or is there still hope for altcoins, right? I know it looks pretty bearish and everything seems pretty dark right now, but is there still hope for altcoins? And right now, Ethereum is again tanking to almost a double low now at about 1700 area. Even though Bitcoin hasn't really broken down yet, it's playing out that ABC pattern I was talking about. So today's episode, we're going to look at the total market cap, right, of crypto, except without Bitcoin. So that's all the altcoins total market cap, and we're going to look at where if because Ethereum has been performing so poorly, we're going to look at where the total market cap of all alts are without Ethereum and also without the top 10 cryptos in top 10 altcoins. Essentially, are altcoins in a bear market today? That is the or is there still any hope left? That is the question we will try to solve or answer for this episode. But before we go on, let's first answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses an exchange that is non-KYC. That means you do not need to show any ID when you sign up. That means the exchange can't even see who you are. And then, of course, Americans can join. And of course, that means the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, the CIA, FBI, nobody can see that is you. That's why Pablo loves them. And I've made a deal with Bitunix for folks to win the chance to win a BMW bike, tours to Dubai, and even a Rolex watch just by joining and trading, and for a limited time only. This deal finishes in a few days. So, but if you're watching this on YouTube, then the Pablo link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. If you're on any other platform, such as this one, then basically just go to my profile page, click on my profile page, and there's the Stand link right there. And it's essentially the first thing that pops up. So yeah, Bitunix right there. So just keep in mind, folks, this is only available, right, on the Pablo deal. Only on the Pablo deal, but only on this link. Okay, let's get back to the markets. So this is what folks call total 2, or all crypto altcoin market cap, except not counting Bitcoin, right? So the support, right? First off, we could say that Bitcoin is still obviously in a higher high, higher low situation, right? I've shown that to folks many times. And for altcoins, we are still in a higher low, higher high, let's do this again. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low situation, right? It's if we were to bounce off this 850, 860 level and continue higher, there's nothing wrong with that chart. There is nothing wrong with that chart. I mean, yeah, it would be good if you can do a straight breakthrough out of this rather than double top and pulling back. But so far, we're still in a higher high, higher low. Even though I understand on some other charts, it looks like that, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, a lot of those large cap altcoins are in a lot of trouble. But so far, we can still say we are in a technical bull market. And the thing about altcoins is that they're just obviously extremely risky. So even the big ones. So, if there is a massive pullback, if there is a massive pullback in Bitcoin, like we're having right now, then of course, yeah, you're going to expect a even bigger pullback in altcoins. See, when Bitcoin, right, when Bitcoin does and acts like and so far, this trend line is still holding. It doesn't, in fact, I do expect this trend line to break in the coming weeks, and all panic and all hell is going to break loose, and people are going to start panicking. But you really, there's another way we could draw this altcoin support. We wanted to bounce off this level and then regain this trend line and keep going up. Although I do think this trend line, this coming trend line, will get broken. Let's have a look at total 3, which doesn't contain Ethereum, because we look at total 3 and it's basically a better looking chart because we're not including Ethereum. So this one doesn't include this. The total crypto Market cap, not including Bitcoin or Ethereum. And look at this. So right now it's bouncing off the top of the last high, bouncing off the high, right? Bouncing off this was a low, this was a high, bouncing off the high, and up we go. That could be a scenario, although I do think we have one more leg down. So something like this, right? Something like this probably happens. Or can even go down as low as this, but I'm expecting one more leg down. A, B, C pattern. I've been telling folks probably something like 650 billion, and then up we go like this. Overall, what do you notice about the two charts I've just shown you guys? Total 2 and total 3. I would call them a massive, a large cup and handle pattern, right? Both charts I've shown you guys are basically a large cup and handle. And let's see how this pattern of cup and handle plays out on other charts, such as Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin here, for example. This is something that I've spoken about a lot back, back, 6-7 months ago, because Bitcoin was getting stuck around this 50s, 60s, and a lot of people were bearish. I kept on calling Bitcoin to go to 94K. I kept on saying 94K, 94K. What happens is this. That was also a very large cup and handle pattern, right? Yeah, these pullbacks tend to be deep. And this one went from 69K, 73K top, back to 49K. And everyone lost interest or lost faith, lost confidence. And I kept on saying it's going to 93K, going to 93K, 94K, according to my projections. And look what happens here. Look, when it pulls back, it also touches the top of the last consolidation range. So last time Bitcoin was here, hits like 49K and then goes down to like 38K and then bounces up and then down to 49K again. So the low touches the high, and this was a cup and handle, and this went on for like about 5 months, 6 months. Everyone lost faith. Pablo kept on saying it's going to 94K, it's going to 94K, and boom, went to 94K, and I kept on saying we have this resistance 108K here, right? For folks who don't believe me, or for folks who already remember why I said that, it's because of this reason, right? Because we can see that since 2017 here, right, if we connect all the highs, it basically gives us 108, 109K. I said, just be careful, we're going to get a pullback here, right? That was, and so far that's played out as well. And tomorrow we will see tomorrow we'll actually get the monthly close of of March, and it's going to be a very interesting one, because do everyone remember that big monthly topping tail back in January? And yeah, I warned about that as well. But sometimes you get caught up in all the bullishness. So we'll have a recap of that tomorrow as well. Let's quickly just have a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what does that tell us for altcoins. Here is Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin BTC.D. Okay, for Bitcoin dominance, here we can see that it gave us the impression of a altcoin season, because it broke down, and then it broke down for like a number of weeks and got rejected again during this breakdown, and then regained, right? Regained the trend line a few weeks ago, and then now a continuation and bouncing off this trend line. So two things to note about here. One is that now this week, or you could say last couple of weeks, has barely made a new high in terms of weekly closes, right? And then, but still we've got this, you can kind of call that a topping tail, a long wick here, and we're still keep on bouncing along here. So for Bitcoin dominance, we need to lose, obviously, this this 61.5% area, then again becomes key resistance because you've got so many levels of confluence here. So we've got this big, massive rising red trend line that supported this entire Bitcoin dominance run, and also this blue level here as well. So we could get something like a push up to 63, even 64%, and then come down and break this level, and then finally we see the altcoins run. A lot of people might feel like, this is never going to happen, or they're feeling like giving up. I would just say that's just crypto, and that's just the markets, folks. Like, for folks who have been holding with me in China stocks, it took like 2 years of just dropping and dropping. And then as long as the SP 500 for altcoins, but now look, China stocks obviously have taken off, done very well, even compared to the SP 500 NASDAQ. As long as the SP 500 keeps on bouncing, makes a big bounce, or even make a new all-time high, which is entirely possible, then I think Bitcoin can make a new all-time high. And when the Fed ends their quantitative tightening, I think ETH will bottom against Bitcoin. So this could all still happen. I'm staying positive. Again, I'm not betting the whole farm. I'm not betting everything on altcoins. I still have properties and stocks. For folks who want to go all in on crypto, especially altcoins, that's a decision you have to make for yourself. I provide my analysis, not financial advice. That's just how I'm playing the markets. Okay, for all the Aussies, Pablo uses Swiftex, and my link to Swiftex is in the description below. For everyone else, thank you for tuning in. Catch you for tomorrow's episode, where we're going to look at the monthly close of Bitcoin. That's a big one. Don't miss it.